seek to ignite their campaign. Chennai, bruised but unbroken, look to remind the world of their roar. This is definitely not just a fixture of meager importance, it's a fixture that will be making the rounds from one hemisphere to the other, for both the teams will be going all out against each other, hoping for the crucial 3 points. Make no mistake, East Bengal, they had a bit of a stuttered start. Definitely at one point in time, they were leading 2-1 against the Dempo Sports Club, but then a late strike from Lakshmika Rane got them the shared spoils. A quick look at the dressing room of Chennai FC, the Maria Machans, and they'll be hoping to put up a show. Again, a fine combination of experience and youth, a combination that will be hoping to take the torchbearers by storm. Quite a few big names, quite a few names that has shaken up, shaped up, molded Indian football for a while. And most importantly, there are quite a few players who have got the experience of donning bigger jerseys. They have been a part of significant institutions in Indian football. And this man himself, Preetham Kotal, formerly a part of Mohun Bagan Super Giants, he'll be hoping to leave a mark. And don't forget their coach, Clifford Miranda, the man who has been a part of India's footballing revolution, and will be hoping that under his chaperonage, Chennai FC can take new heights, can take new flight. And again, goes without saying, this team, they are primed to try and go for the full 3 points. A quick look at their starting 11 under the sticks. It's Mohammad Nawaz who's starting, and then as the centre back pair, it's Preetham Kotal and Laldin Puya. On the left, it's Vignesh. On the right, it's Raj. And then in the centre, Jitendra, Namte, Farooq Chaudhary, Jiteshwar, and Mandar. And right up top, it is Irfan, who will play a very, very crucial role. And definitely with Lalin Diana and Namong Rahman and Karthik and Klusner John, these four names on the bench can be quite a difference maker. So watch out for them and give them all the space time that they want, for they have the capability to turn this game upside down. And at the other end, the torchbearers, East Bengal Football Club, they have got their task cut out as well. Their coach made it very, very clear that the team is playing well. The team is playing cohesive football. Devjit Majumdar, the man who couldn't really leave a mark in the last game, and obviously now Mahesh Singh, the man who scored the equalizer, Anwar Ali. His partnership with Kevin Sibiye will be very, very crucial to East Bengal's ambitions, but are they going to start? That remains a question. And the Japanese bomber, the 6 feet 5 inches giant, all eyes will be on him as well. It's going to be interesting to see if he's starting or not. And at the other end, they have also got pretty significant names. Naurim Mahesh Singh, obviously, he's been a part of East Bengal for a long time. Prabsukant Singh Gill, let's see if he's the one who's coming back to the stakes after Devjit missed out on quite a couple of occasions in the last game, couldn't really impress. So it's going to be interesting to see how East Bengal lines up for this crucial clash. Right, Prabsukant returns to the stakes and Jay Gupta returns to the starting 11. Anwar Ali is also there. Sibiye out in the centre back. Mohammad Rakib on the right. And then in the centre, they have got Miguel Ferreira, Bashim Rashid, and Saul Crespo. And just ahead of them, as the wingers, they have got Mahesh Naurim Singh and Bipin Singh, who can play interchangeable roles as well. And right up top, they have got Hamid Adad. Now, that's quite a surprising move, because Hamid Adad is more of that central attacking midfielder. He's the one who fuels the attack. But today, Oscar Bruzo wants him to deliver that killing zinger. And on the bench, they've got quite a few significant names. They've got Hiroshi, they've got Edmund Lalmandika, they've got David Hamar, they've got Jigsan Singh, Vishnu. So quite a talented bench that East Bengal has got. It's going to be interesting to see how Oscar Bruzo shapes his team up as the game goes on. It goes without saying that he's got significant names out there. But the fact that he's starting with Saul, Bashim and Miguel as the defensive mid, that will tell you that possibly Basim and Saul, they will be coming down, combining as a joint force, wherein Miguel will possibly be taking the role of a central attacking midfielder. But that being said, I think it goes without saying, eyes will also be on the likes of Hiroshi Ibusuki, the man who's still trying desperately to leave a mark. And this match will be very, very crucial for him. But one good thing today is that for now, the rains aren't happening. So it's not going to be bucketing down. It's going to be a good, clean weather. But yeah, later, Goa's weather can be very, very unpredictable. So you never know. 30 degrees centigrade is the temperature, humidity up to 73%, which will tell you that it's going to be a zapping outing for the players altogether. And wind speeds up to 24 kilometers per hour, which means it's going to be fairly breezy. So, with that being said, I think both these teams will have their task cut out. Chennai FC kind of desperate to secure a victory. East Bengal as well, kind of desperate to secure a victory. Make no mistake, both these teams, they have been around for a while now. The Maria Machans definitely leaving their lasting impression on the Indian Super League, even last year as well. They have tried their very best, and now they are trying to do a bit of experiment. It's an all-Indian side. They haven't got any foreigners in the mix, and I think Clifford Miranda, the man who's made a lot of difference in his playing days, is finally getting a big role out here, because as a managerial personnel, I think before this he's been the head coach of the India under 23 team, and now he's taken over the reins of Chennai FC. Ahead of that, I think one might say that yes, he's spent significant time on the benches, on the entourage of quite a few impressive coaches. He's formerly been an assistant coach for the likes of Mohun Bagan Super Giants, Odisha FC as well, Mumbai City too. So it has enriched him with a lot of experience, with a lot of learning, with a lot of things that he will possibly be hoping to inculcate into this current Chennai side, because the kind of players that they have, the kind of youngsters that they have, the likes of Mohammad Nawaz, a very young goalkeeper, 25 years old. He's already played in clubs like FC Goa, Mumbai City FC, and now he's taken over the mantle at Chennai FC. So obviously his task won't be easy. But then I think youngsters, when thrown at the deeper end, it'll tell you that how prepared they are, whether they are ready for the big challenge, whether they are all set to lock horns with the bigger teams. And alongside Mohammad Nawaz, they have got the experience of Pritam Kotal, the man who's 32 years old. Definitely Mandar Rao Desai as well. I mean, 33, but this man knows how to win big matches. And the two teams now marching to the center. They'll be hoping to leave a lasting impression. It won't be easy at the end of the day. It will need every possible hands on deck. Saul Crespo spearheading the torchbearers. And as said before, Oscar Bruzo, he's getting his best weapons out in the mix. He wants a quick goal. He doesn't want a late surprise. He doesn't want to trail in this game. He doesn't want the players to take a hit early on. He'll be hoping that the players are confident when they step out. And as time progresses, it's East Bengal who eventually propagates their dominance from the start to the stop. And at the other end, under the supervision of Clifford Miranda, Chennai FC will also be hopeful that he has the ability to surprise, to stun the historic side from Kolkata. The pre-match rituals, the high fives, and a few quick words as well. The match officials for today, we've got Aditya Purakayastha, the referee, and his entourage consists of Arun Sasidharan Pillai and Christopher Claudius Peter as the two assistant referees, and definitely a man standing out up tall, Harish Kundu. He is today's fourth official. And this is a glimpse at the Maria Machans, a team that has gone through its fair shares of wax and veins, torchbearers, hoping to start this season on a high. They have shown some momentum, but then they are still to deliver the final touch. Make no mistake about that. In Durand Cup, they went to the semi-finals, but eventually were dropped by Diamond Harbour Football Club in the semi-finals. It was a brilliant game for them. They created lots of chances. The only problem was they couldn't convert them, and eventually they had to pay the price. And then even in the IFF Shield, they went to the finale. And the two captains, Saul Crespo for East Bengal and Mandar Rao Desai for Chennaiyin FC, who will be coming out on top. And the exchange Just telling you, just signifying the fact that this is the kind of spirit that we play for. Mandar Rao Desai always with a smile. I mean, he's one particular player that isn't just an incredible player on the field, but even outside it, he's a brilliant human being. And more importantly, he has been a guide, he has been a mentor to all the young guns. And the fact that his presence in the Chennai FC side will be galvanizing them into action. Mohammad Nawaz, it won't be easy for him today. He's up against a team like East Bengal, a team who's got the likes of Miguel Ferreira, the man who scored a screamer in the last game from an angle that looked virtually impossible. Aditya Purkaista is the man who will be officiating today's fixture. And make no mistake, it won't be easy for him. But then he knows how to come up clutch as well in order to ensure the fact that this game is carried on in the best of its proficiency. Both the teams are set, both the teams are hoping to leave a mark that everyone will remember. And that's East Bengal for you. One final hurdle, a few quick words being exchanged, and possibly that last hope that they want to read out amongst themselves, that this is where it all boils down to. This is what we prepared for. Let's show the world what we are capable of. Let's log 3 full points. And at the other end, it's the men in blue. A team that has got a lot to prove. And a team that can prove as well. But again, you have to believe. It's as simple as that. Belief is the bedrock of success, they say, along with execution. And Hamid Adad, make no mistake, he can lead to a lot of difference. He's a man who loves to score. Prabsukhan Singh Gill, obviously, he will also have to work out a lot in this particular fixture. Because make no mistake, Chennai FC, they are a side who's always primed to score. So you give them an opportunity and they'll come gunning for your throats without a second thought. A lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, a lot of permutations, combinations, exchanges, experiments out on the horizon. And all of it will be unfurling in the next 90 minutes. Aditya Purkaista has got his eyes on the ticker moments before he blows his whistle and lets us roll. And finally, in Bambolim, we are underway for the round 2 fixtures of Group A, where East Bengal and Chennaiyin FC are ready to put up a show. And East Bengal straight away into an early attack. Lovely ball. Bipin Singh on from the left, hoping to create that opening. Delivers a fine ball at the far side. And this is exactly what we were talking about. Oscar Bruzo. I think he's going to be very, very eager to try and find that opening goal. He will be very, very eager to try and put Chennaiyin FC on the back foot. That is why it's a real test for the Chennaiyin defense as well. Defense that has got the likes of Vignesh, Laldan Puya, Preetham Kotal, Raj Baspor. Jay Gupta with a bit of a gentle push and nicely intercepted there just in the nick of time. Raj playing in a central role, and I think Preetham will be switching all the way to the right. That has been won back in a flash. Jay Gupta will have his task cut out. Jitendra plays it to his left. Jitendra and Laldan Liana Namte. Namte was a part of the recently concluded India Under-23 AFC. I mean, the AFC Under-23 qualifiers, of course, India couldn't make it, but India did win a lot of hearts. They played a phenomenal brand of football. And now from the left, a bit of attacking intent being shown by Chennaiyin FC. It was Mandar Rao Desai moving forward. And this might be an opening that they are looking forward to. They do get a break and a shot. Padded away by Prabsukhan Singh Gill. That was a lovely run there. He almost dragged the entire defense apart with him. Farooq Chaudhary. And that could have been a serious dent for East Bengal had it not been for Prabsukhan's outstretched arms. What a start this is Farooq making the moments count. Almost single-handedly split apart the East Bengal defense. Corner for Chennai. Floats it in. Straight into the hands of Prabsu Khan. No challenges at all. Tall contender. And makes good use of that physical stature of his. But that's a warning sign for the torchbearers. You have to be careful here. And now Mahesh Singh delivers it forward, but Mohammad Nawaz is such a level-headed customer. And the sense of outing is so good. That makes him a standout. He has been playing his trade in the ISL for a long, long time. Nicely brought down. A quick turn. He plays it square. Jitendra will keep hold of the ball and no rush whatsoever at all. Now switches to the left. A bit of movement around. Bashim Rashid wins it back. Tries to push it further forward. And Chennai could have been in trouble. Hamid Adad was circling around. But again, couldn't really get the breakthrough, couldn't really get the decisive pass. Jitendra finds a decent option in Laldan Puia. And now Raj Baspor switching to the left. Another good forward push. And that was incredibly intercepted. Just in the nick of time, Kevin Sabiye coming to the deliverance of his team. But Bashim Rashid has given it away. Farooq Chaudhary sets it up on the left. Can be an opening. Farooq trying to take one on the turn. But misses out. Again, Chennai looking really threatening out here. And East Bengal, that midfield of theirs is being split open in the flashes of an eye. So you've got to be very, very careful. You cannot just dive forward. At times, it's good to soak in the pressure, and maybe East Bengal might have to rethink and recalibrate, because in the process, if they let that defense of theirs open up and somehow Chennai finds a goal here, that can be a challenge that will complicate matters for the torchbearers. Anwar Ali has got Kevin Sabiye to his right. Have a lot to look forward to Kevin Sabiye. So far, still trying to find the right chord of harmony with Anwar Ali. That momentum. Oh, that's a lovely ball, but blocked away. And Chennai, they don't want to take any risk at all. Plays it forward, sends it downtown. Anwar Ali waiting like a very patient guardian, trying to ensure the fact that the balls don't come through, because every single time Chennai are coming forward, knocking on the doors, it's getting tricky for East Bengal, and they're losing the ball a bit too easily enough. They'll need to be a bit more hardy. They'll need to be a bit more careful about the movements, and that will be a very good position to have a free kick from. It was a fine run altogether, and Naurem Mahesh Singh was stopped in his tracks there. Not the best of challenges, to be honest. But then the referees laid down the law on that occasion. Jiteshwar Singh, he's trying to have a word with Naurem Mahesh Singh just to understand what's going on. And the yellow card has been shown to Jiteshwar Singh early on in the game. A quick look. Yeah, he did drag him from the back, so no questions about that. Yellow card. You've got to be careful. You don't want to be booked within just 7 minutes of the game. And this is a set piece. This is where Miguel Ferreira can activate himself. One of the particular strong suits of his. Tall, towering man, loves to take the set pieces, loves to hammer them close enough to the goal, possibly can use this as a springboard as well. He's got a 4-man wall ahead of him. Who's it gonna be? Mohammad Nawaz setting up the wall. They've got Miguel Ferreira, Damasceno, and they've got Bashim Rashid. Make no mistake, Bashim Rashid can also be a pretty deadly set piece taker. He's got some long ranges at his behest. Miguel takes it straight into the hands of Mohammad Nawaz. Once again, I think that composure of Mohammad Nawaz and the positioning sense of his really makes it tough for the oppositions to crack him up so early. It was a fine free kick, but again, you need to place it right. And Mohammad Nawaz did anticipate the trajectory of the ball, was in decent position to get hold of it. Sends it down, a bit of a back header, one back. It looks like the referee's blown the whistle. And it's going to be a free kick for Chennaiyin FC. A few moments ago, East Bengal had a decent free kick, almost from an identical position, and now it looks like Chennaiyin FC might just return them the favour. Slightly farther away from where East Bengal had it. Another opening, and they've got Jiteshwar, they have got Mandar Rao Desai. Mandar Rao Desai, he knows his particular position fairly well enough. He can curl the ball in towards that second post. And East Bengal needs to be very careful about it. Mandar sends it at the far side, eludes everyone, had a bit of curl, but then the kind of distance that he imparted to the delivery, it was significantly overdone. And the ball crosses the byline, resulting in a goal kick for East Bengal. Prabhu Khan just taking it quickly enough. Sibiye to Anwar. And Anwar simply tiptoeing ahead. Jay Gupta. Saul Crespo plays it back to Anwar Ali. Anwar delivers it further forward, but straight into the hands of Mohammad Nawaz. And just take a look at where Mohammad Nawaz is standing. He doesn't want that gap between the defense and himself, and I think this is the sign of a goalkeeper who is prone to that sweeping keeping element of goalkeeping. It's not easy. You got to be on your toes at all times, and you got to be very, very careful. But I think there's also a downside to the fact that he's standing on the edge, just in case if there's a long ball which has got a bit more elevation, which has a arc to it, it might be tricky for him. That's a lovely ball. Accelerating from the right, he'll try to control that. Decently done by Raj Basfor. Cross comes in from Jiteshwar towards the far side. One back by Mandar, lays it back. Mandar holds on to the ball, and this time mispasses it, which might be an opening for East Bengal. Miguel, is it from the right? And East Bengal find an opening, delivers a lovely cross. But once again, Mohammad Nawaz, unfazed, undeterred by the sudden surge in East Bengal's attacking quotient, collects the ball without breaking a sweat. And now Dempo, Chennai comes along the way. Almost similar threads, so yeah, at times you do tend to get confused. And Dempo's going to take the ground in the second game today. They'll be up against the Mariners. And if Mohun Bagan Super Giants can win that, I think they'll be standing on the cusp of qualification for the semi-finals. Because 3 points already in their repertoire, and they are topping the group for now. But again, football, it can turn around in a flash. So until that last game is played, you never know. Bashim Rashid playing it forward, and not the best of passes. Forward goes out of the ground. Nawaz eventually sends it downtown. Bit of an aerial tussle. Raj gets hold of it and sends it forward, but not the best of passes either. Bipin dropping deep, trying to get hold of the ball. Lays it off to the right. Now looking for a bit of momentum. East Bengal, but again, you need to be better with the passes. Chennai almost gave that away. And now East Bengal on the lookout from the right. But that's a fine ball, but before Miguel could lay claim to that. And that was a fine shot at the near post from Saul Crespo. Mohammad Nawaz did throw his body quickly enough just to ensure the fact even if it was on goal, he had it covered. We'll take a look there. A fine backheader, Saul Crespo. Not the best of angles, and it also had a bit of an outward movement, a bit of an outward drift that took it away from that near post. And I think this is good intent from East Bengal, but they'll have to keep that. They'll have to be very consistent about this. They cannot just let it blow away. They cannot go forward in isolated bursts of brilliance. They'll have to be fairly consistent, fairly persistent about their attacking intent. Now this might be that opening that East Bengal was looking forward to. Now Mahesh Singh plays it to the left. Long ranger comes in, parried away. Just by the skin of its teeth. Saul tries to hit the second ball on the volley. But as being repelled away. And now Chennai kind of desperate to win the ball back. Almost did that. But then decent defending once again. Irfan trying to make the most of that move. Vipin Singh pushes it forward. Saul Crespo in an attacking role today. Finds Vipin once again. That's good link-up play. Cross comes in towards the far side. But again, it was heavily powered and no one from East Bengal could get hold of it. Decent body shielding as well. Mohammad Rakib did come a long way forward, but it was taken care of by Farooq Chaudhary. Throw in for Chennaiyin FC. Vignesh operating from the left. That's a fine push. Vipin does well to control it. Good first touch. Trying to penetrate into the box. Cuts in. And sent it towards the goal, which has been taken care of. Again, headed away. Brought down by Mandar. Gets a bit of elevation to it. One back by Naurem Mahesh Singh on the right. Looking for options. Sets it up for Miguel. Miguel plays it back to Basham. Another back pass, Sibiye. A little bit of a push in front. Good run. This can be an opening. And just taken care of. Free kick won by Chennaiyin FC on that occasion. Fine bit of work by Vignesh. He was quick to track back and close the gates down. In a split second altogether. Didn't really want to allow East Bengal to break free from this movement. Clifford Miranda in conversation with his assistant coach. He knows very well that it won't be too easy for Chennaiyin FC, but at the end of the day, he'll have to power his way through. It won't be aesthetically pleasing. It won't be too smooth and slick. It will be rugged. If they are to make a fairy tale, if they are to get a fairy tale ending here against a formidable East Bengal, they'll have to push it right until the very end. I mean, until the time the final whistle is blown, there will be an ocean of uncertainty altogether. Chennai finds a bit of option from the left. Looking fairly good. Here comes the cross, but again, a lot of power, a lot of sting on that ball, and Jay Gupta would let it slide. Throw in for East Bengal. Could have been a better chance if that pass could have been better. Irfan is trying to get hold of that ball. Rapsukhan Gill just lining things up. He had an important role to play early on in the game. Did get a very strong hand, palming it away just in the nick of time. Farooq Chaudhary almost single-handedly powering his way past the defenders. And Jitendra does well to get a bit of boot to it. Back to Jitendra again. First touch could have been better, and now a bit of a duel for the ball on that far left. Mohammad Rakib guarding that particular zone. And now he's got Sibiye ahead of him. Sibiye tries to launch it forward. Miguel drops deep. Collects that. Jay Gupta now plays it to Miguel. Miguel switches it to the left. He's got Vipin Singh. This time the referee blows the whistle. Looks like there is a bit of an injury concern and the referee wants to keep things in control. Raj Basfor, obviously, he was a part of that Monbagan youth side. This isn't looking good. Looks like an early substitution will possibly be happening out here. Not the best of signs at all. Jiteshwar is struggling, and Clifford will have to come up with a change. Who is it going to be in place of Jitesh? Obviously, Clifford Miranda wouldn't have liked this. He's had a strategy. And now, considering the fact that Jiteshwar Singh is more of an attacking brand of player, in all likelihood, Raman Singh or Kartik Tirumalai might be the options. Kingsley Fernandez as well can be a pretty decent option to have. 18 minutes on the ticker, and so far both the teams are still to find that one decisive move. Both the teams did come close once, where Mohammad Nawaz had to come up with a crucial save. And at the other end as well, Prabsukant Singh Gill had to come up with a crucial save as well. Again, through the centre, trying to make the most of this attack. Has been denied. It won't be easy to beat down the centre-back pair of Anwar Ali and Kevin Sabiye. East Bengal will be trying to use the wing play a lot to their advantage, and that wing play has been very, very instrumental for them so far in the season. From the left and the right, they've also got the likes of Edmund Lalrindika, David Amar on the bench. Rakib, he's come a long way for an overlap and throw in favour of Chennaiyin FC. And yes, we were talking about the change. The change has been made by Chennaiyin FC. And it is Kingsley Fernandez who's being brought in place of Jiteshwar Singh. Jiteshwar was also carded a few moments ago. So I think this might be okay with Clifford Miranda. Kingsley Fernandez, obviously a pretty quick player, to be honest. Now it's going to be interesting to see when Kingsley coming in, what is the role that will be assigned to him? Will he just be a like-for-like change for Jiteshwar? Or will Kingsley be dropping deep alongside the likes of Mandar Naudasai, Jitendra and Namte, and will be allowing Farooq Chaudhary to go up in the firing line? So it might be a two-man forward line for Chennaiyin FC, and a bit of a free kick problem there. Foul inflicted on Miguel Ferreira, and I think the referee just pacifying things here, possibly giving him a verbal warning on that occasion to Vignesh. And Vignesh won't have it easy, because if you take a look at the size of Miguel Ferreira, the man is an absolute monster. Oscar Villarbruzzo, he's got his task cut out as well. He knows the importance of this fixture. He knows the importance of the kind of repercussions that East Bengal might have if they fail to win this. So to stay alive, to stay afloat, they'll have to try their best out. Miguel plays it along the carpet. But that's a good push to the left. Jay Gupta trying his best to win it. And does well actually to minus that as well. But again, pretty decent defending. Pritam Kotal, he's a man who's accustomed to moves like this, and he won't be taken for a ride so easy. Kept his eyes on the ball, ensured the fact that particular trajectory was locked and loaded. Jay Gupta didn't really have the best of angles, had to almost power his way through and kind of lost his shape before he delivered. So the kind of sting that he was expecting on the delivery, that went haywire. It's a corner for East Bengal nonetheless, another set piece. You've got three players in the mix. They've got someone like Hamid Adad, they've got Saul as well. Miguel plays it towards the far side, an opportunity. But then it goes horribly haywire. Another corner nonetheless for East Bengal, and they'll take it. I think Anwar Ali, he's trying to say something. But nonetheless, back-to-back corners. And the task getting a bit too complicated right now. Looks like Miguel won't be going for any fancy moves around this time. He will be delivering it straight into the box. And the referee having a word with Jay Gupta and Farooq Chaudhary. This will be an interesting duel to witness Farooq when he comes up for these attacks. He's a pretty explosive option and he knows the goal pretty well. Once again at the far side. Easily repelled away by Chennai. Bashim Rashid. Lovely ball. Headed away. Naurim Mahesh Singh did get a long range in the last game. Lovely ball again from Miguel. But the man who's standing tall once again, Pritham Kotal, experience speaks for himself. Very, very level-headed player he is, and balls like these, you will have to do better than that. You might need a bit of an aerial element to it if you want to beat Pritham Kotal from that particular angle. He's a man who knows the pressure of playing against East Bengal, and he's done it in even tougher circumstances. In the Kolkata derby that we talk about, that's a fine ball, headed away. Now he'll try to go in front and eventually gets a deflection along the way, winning a throw-in. Quickly taken by Vignesh. Bit of a gentle tap to set it in the strike. That's a lovely forward ball, but again overpowered. You've got to be precise when you are coming up with those deliveries, because someone like Hamid Adad, if you can feed him the right ball, he can be an absolute menace. He can almost single-handedly tear through the Chennaiyin FC defense. But then the weight on the ball, the accuracy, the timing, the passing, it's not really hitting the right chord. Goal kick for Mohammad Nawaz. You can see just outside the Bambolim ground. You can see a lot of people around. Even in the stands, we can hear a few roars. Not exactly chock or block. And Clifford Miranda, he's a man who's always invested when he would play. He used to be fairly invested in the game as well. And I think his days in the Indian team in the Dempo side has defined him as one of the most influential footballing figures in Goa. That was a decent attempt, but again, very well done by Laldin Puya. He was quick to come in front and close the gate, create pressure on Bipin Singh. And Bipin, just before he could release, it felt like he had all the pressure of the world upon him. He had to be quick. And as a result, he kind of blasts the ball away. Mohammad Nawaz, he's happy to just sit back right now. After that one occasion where he had to come out to the deliverance of his team, he's more or less, it has been a fairly easy outing so far. But 25 minutes in, there's a long way to go. Both the teams do pack a very mean punch when it comes to the attacking intent of theirs. But so far, East Bengal has kind of done well. But again, they'll have to be careful when Chennai actually comes looking for the chances. Right now, they are sitting back in their own half, allowing East Bengal to come forward. And East Bengal, this is exactly where they should try and amplify that hold over the game. They should try and commit more numbers to the cause, try and create the pressure on the Machans. They have got players who are capable of creating insane movements. There was a back flick attempted, but again, not in the best of shape. I think Saul Fresco, he's one of those players. He's one of those wonder magic makers. You feed him the ball, there will be times when he can run rings around the opposition. But this man, he stands tall and he possibly is telling his team, not on my watch. On my watch, I'll keep things afloat till the very end. I'll keep on fighting. That's what I know. That's the one particular thing I know. I'll fight and I'll fight till the very end. Has been named alongside Kumar Bose as two of the finest wingbacks in Indian football. He still continues to do justice to the reputation. We'll take a look at what really happened there. It's a fine ball. It went all the way to Tapsu Khan. And he collected that. This is a free kick that has been awarded to Chennaiyin FC. Pritam Kotal sends it forward, and a couple of players go tumbling down on the ground. Farooq Chaudhary, he was down, and so was Irfan as well. I think so far Irfan has been stranded out. The referee possibly explaining that what went and why the decision was made. That's a very good way to also take care of the game, because I think it's very important that players who wish to know why a particular call was made, and the more the referees communicate with the players, it kind of clarifies their doubts and misgivings, allowing them to play a lot more freely. We have few of the best referees in the country coming over to take charge of this particular fixture, this particular tournament as well. Anwar Ali has got Sibiye. Sibiye plays it to Bashim Rashid. A decent formation being forged at times, a three-man formation at times, a four-man formation. That could have been a lovely ball, but once again, the very origin of the ball was so quick that a gentle touch to it accelerated it even further, and the ball went out of the play for another goal kick for Chennai FC. In Mohammad Nawaz, he'll simply take his time. I think Prabsuk Angil as well hasn't been tested ever since that one particular attack that was crafted by Farooq Chaudhary. Watch out for this man, Pritam Kotal. I mean, he continues to deliver consistently, and really has got a pretty good eye. The anticipations are right on the money, and East Bengal still to get that all important opening nudge. So with Chennai FC as well. Chennai FC, they are also pretty desperate. They are also fairly hungry to try and stun East Bengal. Few quick passes, and Pritam, he will not try and take any risk, despite the fact that Pritam usually plays in a right back role. Today, he's playing as a centre back because he knows that that particular role will need a lot of experience against a team like East Bengal. So he's taken over the responsibility. He's volunteered for it, and that is what makes him quite a decent pick. And that should be a foul. Saul Crespo, he was trying to be pretty creative, and a quick word of apology as well. Again, nothing intentional, nothing personal. He just wanted to stop the ball. Chennai FC, it's got a lot of young players, and with this, we'll have the cooling break. I think it's extremely humid. 73% humidity is what we saw at the start of the game. And all these players just administering a bit of fluids into their system to be absolutely okay, because it can be fairly zapping as well in the heat. And talking about the first 30 minutes, both the teams are still to do a lot in terms of magnifying that attacking intent of theirs. They have come close, yes, on a couple of occasions, but that's fairly it. The game is lingering around more in the midfield. Both the teams kind of lacking that killer touch, that killer blow that can eventually open up each other's defense. Miguel Ferreira has been so far ordinary. I mean, the kind of player that he is, the kind of expectations, lofty expectations that is being pinned on his shoulders, is still to deliver. We'll take a look at the free kick. It was a fine free kick, but then Mohammad Nawaz, he did well. And then Jay Gupta took one on the turn, delivered it. Pritam Kotal slammed the door shut. Miguel came up with another brilliant cross towards the far side. They appealed for a penalty. And then this was a decent move as well. And this just a few moments ago, that free kick that we were talking about, the way Saul Crespo was fouled, it wasn't by the books. And I think Kevin Survey just trying to have a conversation with the stickler. But I think whatsoever the problem was, whatsoever the conundrum was, that has been answered. And now a free kick for East Bengal. Jay Gupta is going to be the one to take that. Jay Gupta gets Vipin Singh along the way. Vipin starts scantering from the left, and eventually the cross that came in, that was more of a start-stop approach. Couldn't really get the sting on the ball. That would have sent the defense scurrying for retreat. Could have done better. I think the delivery so far from the torchbearers does pose a serious question. They'll have to be a bit more clinical in terms of delivery. And Harish Kundu, today's fourth official, he's another big name in terms of the Indian officiating excellence. This time the ball has been won back by Chennai. A little forward push, once again overpowered. And this has been the case, this has been the recurrent motive. Clifford Miranda definitely lauding that effort. But he also knows it, that if they are to leave an impact, if they are to create something substantial, they'll need to watch out for the passes. They'll need to come up with those crisp deliveries, something that will be in the stride of Farooq Chaudhary or possibly Mandar Rao Desai. Both these players, they should be the ones to watch out for. A few quick passes being exchanged. And now Jay Gupta delivers it forward. Vipin Singh does well. Gets past his marker. Brought down, and the referee blows the whistle, awarding a free kick to East Bengal just outside the box. This is where Vipin Singh can be very, very dicey to deal with. He has this vicious speed at his behest, and he was mighty quick to just take that outside route and start scooting forth. And that proved to be a bit too hot to handle. We'll take a look once again there. The moment he went for that outside dodge, that is where things started looking extremely challenging. And Laldin Puya had no other options than to bring him down. But nonetheless, this is one particular area where they can try and get themselves a decent set piece. They've got Saul Crespo, who can curl it towards the far side. They've got Mahesh Naurim Singh as well, who's got a decent left footer. But if he's the one who's going for it, he'll possibly be curling it in for a header to be thumped towards the goal. Far post, header comes in, opener as well. The deadlock has been broken, and it's Kevin Sibiye with the all-important strike. That was straight out of the training sessions. Instead of going for that in-swinger from Saul Crespo, they went with that out-curler. And a thumping header from Kevin Sibiye. He finds his first goal for East Bengal. And it came at a very crucial moment. And this goal might very well be the catalyst that the torchbearers were looking forward to. Now Mahesh Singh with a lovely ball. And Kevin started backtracking early. Did anticipate the ball coming to him. And his marker, Raj Basfor, had no clue where he was heading. He let him go free. And the price is way too expensive to pay. Just the momentum that East Bengal was looking forward to. They have it in their repertoire. A good goal to have. And now a free kick for Chennaiyin FC. From here on, I think East Bengal, they'll be more focused on getting into the half-time with that lead intact. Because this is not the first time. They'll have to be careful. Even in the IFA Shield final, they did take the lead, but then conceded that. Even in the last game, they were ahead and then conceded that lead. So they just need to ensure the fact that they are not letting the mistakes happen. They are not letting those slip-ups happen. And if possible, find an insurance goal as well. Throw in for the torchbearers here. Maria Machans will have their task cut out, and Clifford Miranda knows that from here on, he'll have to find one particular outlet where he should be focusing, where he should be channeling all his sources to try and find an equalizer against the Kolkata Giants. Pritham Kotal switches it to the left. He's got options in Vignesh. Quick passes now. After that goal, East Bengal looking a lot more active. And they are starting to press. They do not allow, they will not, they'll try and not allow Chennaiyin FC that free bit of space altogether in the midfield, because that can create a lot of trouble for them. Raj Basfor should have done better. The way Kevin Sibi simply just went back, I think that is absolutely not acceptable. You need to be very, very aware of where your counterpart is, the player whom you have been tasked with the responsibility of marking. The way Kevin Sibi tracked back with consummate ease, that was kind of eyesore. And a shot straight into the hands of Prabsukant Singhil. Comes forward, collected without breaking a sweat. Prabsukant Singhil, he has been pretty decent so far in this season, and he's looking very confident. I think that is really a plus for East Bengal as well. His presence under the sticks will give them a lot of confidence when they go into the upcoming games after this fixture. They'll be meeting their arch rivals, Mohun Bagan Super Giants, in the all-important derby. Here's another opening for East Bengal. Lovely ball from the right. Goal number 2. Bipin Singh finds the net as well. What a sensational delivery. One moment of madness, and take a look at the heavy repercussions that it brings. Chennaiyin FC, who were looking defensively so solid until now, are now coming apart at the seams. What a fine finish for Bipin Singh. A tap in from point blank range in a lovely delivery from the right. Gets it all wrong for Chennaiyin FC. And a quick pose for the camera as well. Why not? Hold that. A lovely delivery from the one and only Naurem Mahesh Singh. Created that first goal from the free kick. Created the second goal as well. He's not just a player. He's a man possessed with brilliance. He's a magician. He's a maverick. And Bipin Singh does him the honours by simply tapping home from point blank range. And now it feels like it's only uphill from here for Chennaiyin FC, and they'll have to climb quickly enough. It's no longer a slope, it's an unkind, vertiginous ascent that they'll have to be on if they are to try and check the torchbearers. East Bengal now looking a lot more deadly, a lot more dangerous. That's a lovely touch. Shot comes in from Hamid Adad, but this time it was a bit too emasculated, and Mohammad Nawaz collects that without breaking a sweat. But the two quick goals, it will be quite a dent, to be honest. That's the confirmation. Bipin Singh getting himself on the score sheet. And this is how quickly football can change. 5 minutes ago, both the teams were locked in a deadlock. And 5 minutes later, East Bengal, they are not just in the driver's seat, they are at the wheel as well, and they are driving home with intent, with purpose, and with substance. Chennai trying to use that left line to their advantage, but eventually misses out. Kind of ran extremely to the left of the cliff. Sibiye to Jay Gupta. Another back pass. I think from here on, it's all about keeping things under control. Another fine ball. Nawaz was a long way out, and had it not been for Nawaz, it could have been kingdom come for East Bengal once again, for Chennaiyin FC once again. Nawaz did anticipate that something like that could happen, and his defense was not really ready to answer that. So he took it upon him to try and retaliate, and eventually came to the deliverance of the Machans. And that's a decent bit of work altogether, but they'll have to come up with someone who can deliver these balls in front. or else all the hard work, all the creativity out in the center, it won't work. Another yellow card being shown, and this time the man at the receiving end of it is Lalrin Liana Namte. He is not happy. And this is what happens when you concede two quick goals. It kind of creates a bit of stress on you. It creates a lot of pressure on you. And you wouldn't want that. And a bit of treatment there for Miguel Ferreira Damasceno. Yeah, that was a stud. That was a stud placed right on that foot of his. And very rightly the call made. No questions in the referee's mind. Another free kick altogether. At this point in time, Chennaiyin FC looks really depleted of any momentum at all. From here on, if they are to turn things around, they'll have to figure out their attacking resources. Right now, their attacking resources are all over the place. They're not finding anyone who can actually create a difference. East Bengal, on the contrary, have been a lot more positive. They have dominated. They were lacking the final touches. But once that opening goal was scored by Kevin Sibiye from that free kick, from there on, it has only been an ascent to the skies. Another fine delivery from the right, but this was taken care of. And a sliding charge came in as well. That's more like a statement which was being made by Mohammad Rakib. Went out for a goal kick, all right. But it just kind of tells you that East Bengal, they are going to go all guns blazing. They want goals from this particular fixture because they will also want that goal difference of theirs to be at an all-time high when they take on their arch rivals Mohun Bagan in the following game. So they will want that bit of momentum. Because that particular game, it creates a lot of difference. And it puts the best to the test. This time a decent bit of defensive poke altogether from Bashim Rashid. Did get an extended boot to it all the way to Prabsukhan Singh Gill. Irfan, he has been kind of stranded out like an island, hardly finding any momentum at all. And that is where Chennaiyin FC has been in trouble. They're still to find the right man to get the job done. And Mandar Rao Desai, Farooq Chaudhary and Irfan, all three of them has operated in kind of isolated caliber. They are to find that right chord of chemistry. 3 minutes of additional time that has been given. Pritam Kotal, he won't be happy currently with the outcome. This could have been another cheap concession. One back. Naurem Mahesh Singh on the ball. Pushes it forward. Hamid Adad sets it for Bipin. And Bipin slams home his second. And East Bengal's turn. Another clinical strike from Bipin Singh. Sets the tone right. And this might very well be game set match. Even before we get into the second half. East Bengal is running riot in the Bambolim Stadium. What a phenomenal performance this has been from the torchbearers. The Maria Machans are being buried 6 feet under. And once again, it's the magic man, the maverick, Naurem Mahesh Singh. Every single time he touches the ball. And I think kudos to Hamid Adad as well. Did get a bit of a boot to that ball to set it up perfectly for Bipin Singh. One touch is all that it took Bipin to smash it home. And he does it with a smile on his face. Despite the fact that Mohammad Nawaz did get a hand to it, the shot was overwhelmingly powerful. And that did the job. East Bengal now are cruising comfortably in this fixture. They wanted to win. And from here on, now they want to make a statement. A statement that will not just be a victory, but a warning to their arch rivals as well. It's all about momentum. And we talk about the first goal being the catalyst, the first goal being the tone setter, the tempo. And that first goal has proven to be the metronome of destruction for Chennaiyin FC. No response, no retaliation, no riposte. They are lost in the darkness. And they'll need a messiah to come out of this darkness. Can they reduce the deficit though? A long ranger pumped in by Irfan, but it was nowhere closer to that goal line. No further tests so far for Prabsukhan Singhil. Last minute of that first half. Well, in fact, looked like it got a deflection along the way. So they'll have one last bite at the cherry. East Bengal getting down. Their defensive reinforcements, Hamid Adad, has also come in place. Got a very crucial poke of the boot to set things up for Vipin Singh. But the ball, the origin of it, the genesis, it came from Naurim Mahesh Singh. He's everywhere. He's ubiquitous. He can lay it off, he can create, and he can finish as well. The creator and the destroyer continues to be the heartthrob of East Bengal. Nonetheless, corner headed away to safety. No one from Chennaiyin FC to try and capitalize on that ball. And it goes out of play. And with that, the long whistle comes in, thereby signifying that we have come to the end of the first half. And as things stand, at the end of it, East Bengal has been dominating the proceedings. They have a 3-0 cushion, one that's big enough to leave Chennaiyin FC's youngsters in a lot of agony. We have another half of football to come forth, which might see East Bengal trying to distribute or trying to experiment with their youngsters a bit and trying to be as dominant as possible. And at the other end, Chennaiyin FC will try and come back stronger. Half-time scoreline, East Bengal 3, Chennaiyin FC 0. Sidiye opened the scoring and then a brace from Vipin Singh has so far done the job for the torchbearers. We'll take a short breather and be back with the second half. Stay tuned, everyone.
Played to the left. Suhail now with some space. What's he got in mind? He crosses it in, deflected, and oh my word! The first goal is coming. Mohammad Suhail cannot stop dealing with goals. Lead for Punjab FC, courtesy of the boy from Kerala. He was looking to cross it, but that deflection from Gursimrat and Shibin was not in the right position. But again, poor job on defense, and it's back on with the shot coming in, and this time Shibin managed to get a hand. Who's Princeton looking to find? Header coming in, and there we go! The second one for Punjab FC. Gokulam Kerala FC 0. And let's take a look at this replay. Well done by Nikhil. A smart way to guide it. Princeton had a slip on his run up, but at the end of the day, they got what they wanted. Let's take a look at this. Cross there, putting Shabir to work. A great chance. But we've seen how effective those long balls can be, provided you have the players running in those right areas. And here comes Punjab side. He has a go directly, and what a goal! Punjab FC relentless at this point. And it is the Prince himself, Princeton, knocking that one. It was the first two goals in the first 10 minutes and the one after the 40th. As a slight challenge here committed, he's quickly booked of the substitutions. Emil Benny has come in for Juan Carlos Rico, and a brilliant opportunity in the first half. It hit the crossbar. Could this result be any different? It's Alfred who goes for it, and a brilliant save from Shabir. And a great ball played by Alfred to create some space through the right. Ball sent into the box, not the best of headers. Introducing his next substitute, Trejoy will be coming in the goal, and there we go! A goal for Gokulam. They were waiting for this moment, but it looks like the goal is being disallowed. Harpreet is furious, and so is the entire team. As Ramdasan explains the reason. Here's what happened. Here's Martinez weaving the ball inside, and how did that not get in? Over to Rahul on the right. Plays it long inside. Speaking of launching attacks, Alfred has done that throughout this game, but no meaningful one. This time he goes directly at goal. How they should prepare and come into this Super Cup fixture. As Alfred plays it inside, he finds Trejoy, but Trejoy sees that go over the post. See, now on the attack, this is Alfred. The first touch wasn't too great, but he manages to maintain possession. Well done to keep that one in. Quickly passes it to his teammate, and a foul also committed by the Punjab player. We've seen them win the I-League twice. Their women's team being so successful. The ball inside, and there we go. It's all over at the GMC Stadium in Bambolim. Punjab FC with a commanding 3-0 victory over Gokulam Kerala. So Hale scored at the second minute. Nikhil Prabhu, the captain, found the back of the net at the 11th. And then Princeton sealed it in the first half itself to put his team up 3-0. Oh, very good evening, football fans. And what better way to beat the Monday Blues than with some AIFF Super Cup football. And Ramdasan blows his whistle. And one back for Punjab. That's well played to the left. Suhail now with some space. What's he got in mind? He crosses it in, deflected. And oh my word! The first goal is coming. Mohammad Suhail cannot stop dealing with goals. Lead for Punjab FC, courtesy of the boy from Kerala. He was looking to cross it, but that deflection from Gursimrat and Shibin was not in the right position. But again, poor job on defense, and it's back on with the shot coming in, and this time Shibin managed to get a hand. Who's Princeton looking to find? Header coming in, and there we go! The second one for Punjab FC. Gokulam Kerala FC 0. And let's take a look at this replay. Well done by Nikhil. A smart way to guide it. Princeton had a slip on his run up, but at the end of the day, they got what they wanted. Let's take a look at this. Cross there, putting Schaber to work. A great chance. But we've seen how effective those long balls can be, provided you have the players running in those right areas. And here comes Punjab side. He has a go directly, and what a goal! Punjab FC relentless at this point. And it is the Prince himself, Princeton, knocking that one. It was the first two goals in the first 10 minutes and the one after the 40th. As a slight challenge here committed, he's quickly booked of the substitutions. Emil Benny has come in for Juan Carlos Rico, and a brilliant opportunity in the first half. It hit the crossbar. Could this result be any different? It's Alfred who goes for it, and a brilliant save from Schaber. And the great ball played by Alfred to create some space through the right. Ball sent into the box, not the best of headers. Introducing his next substitute, Trejoy will be coming in the goal, and there we go! A goal for Gokulam. They were waiting for this moment, but it looks like the goal is being disallowed. Harpreet is furious, and so is the entire team. As Ramdasan explains the reason. Here's what happened. Here's Martinez weaving the ball inside, and how did that not get in? Over to Rahul on the right. Plays it long inside. Speaking of launching attacks, Alfred has done that throughout this game, but no meaningful one. This time he goes directly at goal. How they should prepare and come into this Super Cup picture. As Alfred plays it inside, he finds Trejoy, but Trejoy sees that go over the post. See, now on the attack, this is Alfred. The first touch wasn't too great, but he manages to maintain possession. Well done to keep that one in. Quickly passes it to his teammate, and a foul also committed by the Punjab player. We've seen them win the I-League twice. Their women's team being so successful. The ball inside, and there we go. It's all over at the GMC Stadium in Bambolim. Punjab FC with a commanding 3-0 victory over Gokulam, Kerala. So Hale scored at the second minute. Nikhil Prabhu, the captain, found the back of the net at the 11th. And then Princeton sealed it in the first half itself to put his team up 3-0. Oh, very good evening, football fans. And what better way to beat the Monday Blues than with some AIFF Super Cup football. And Ramdasan blows his whistle. And one back for Punjab. That's well played to the left. Suhail now with some space. What's he got in mind? He crosses it in, deflected. And oh my word, the first goal is coming. Mohammad Suhail cannot stop dealing with goals. Lead for Punjab FC, courtesy of the boy from Kerala. He was looking to cross it, but that deflection from Gursimrat, and Shibin was not in the right position. But again, poor job on defense, and it's back on with the shot coming in, and this time Shibin managed to get a hand. Who's Princeton looking to find? Header coming in, and there we go! The second one for Punjab FC. Gokulam Kerala FC 0. And let's take a look at this replay. Well done by Nikhil. A smart way to guide it. Princeton had a slip on his run up, but at the end of the day, they got what they wanted. Let's take a look at this.
Hello everyone, we are back for the second half of the contest, and as things stand in the first half, East Bengal has been thoroughly dominant. They now have a 3-0 cushion for themselves, a cushion that will possibly tell you how good they have been. It could have been more as well, They had an opening early on, but then Mohammad Nawaz came in with a crucial bit of save altogether. And here they are once again, hoping to score more goals, hoping to create a statement, hoping to carve a message of dominance for their arch rivals, who will be taking the yard for the second game today at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. Mohun Bagan Super Giants against the Golden Eagles, Dempo, which will be coming to you live on Jio Hotstar, so do keep an eye out. And this is the second round fixture of Group A. And it's coming to you live from the GMT Athletic Stadium in Bambolim. And on your frame from the left to the right for the second half, the team attacking in their whites are East Bengal Football Club. And at the other end, the team attacking in their signature blues, it's Chennaiyin FC. The torchbearers versus Hamaria Mukran. Kevin Sevilla, he's the one who opened the score. Was looking for one, and I think it goes without saying now East Bengal might be looking for a few options. Hiroshi Ibusuki, who will be on their mind because he's still to find that opening goal. And if he can do that, it'll be a massive confidence booster for him as well. And he can play an instrumental role considering the fact that he is 6 feet 5 inches. He can just be that one of those excellent players that you look forward to at all times. And a bit of a hasty exchange, to be honest. Right now, just trying to keep things on the move. Chennaiyin FC, if they are to fight back in this particular fixture, they'll have to strike at the earliest. There's not much that will come for them if they keep on missing out on the crucial minutes. And I think Clifford Miranda, he knows that if he goes down, that should fairly be the end of their campaign. 2 losses, they're not coming back. So they'll have a crucial role to play. They'll have another game which will be up against the Golden Eagles. A lot more passes now being played by Chennaiyin FC. And obviously it goes without saying, trying to play without a ball. Yet I think this is a decent amount of game time for the youngsters. Now from the right, now Mahesh Singh trying to nip it into the galloping stride of Miguel Ferreira. Gets stuck in the track. Nicely intercepted by Chennaiyin FC just in the nick of time. And opportune movement. Chennaiyin FC now, they're seeing the ball a lot more than they were in the first half. I think they'll have to make the most of it. Another long ball being dropped forward. And a bit of a chase there for Irfan. But eventually he won't be the one to reach that ball. It was way too overpowered. I think East Bengal Football Club, what they are right now focused on is to try and create more goals, try and give a bit of game time to their youngsters as well. They have got quite a few big names on the bench too. And we were talking about the deadly Japanese marauder, Hiroshi Ibusuki. They've got Edmund Lalrindika. They've got David Hamar. They've got Shobik Chakrabarti as well. Jigsan Singh, PV Vishnu. So quite a few attacking options. And in the defense, they've got Lalchum Nunga. That's a fine ball. Flag has finally went up. Hamid Adad, he had a glimmer of elation brewing in his mind, possibly hoping that he'll finally get the goal that he's been looking forward to. But he has been denied. Not really happy with the decision. But then he'll have to return empty-handed. And I think now that Chennaiyin FC, they are committing numbers to their attacking cause, I think there will be quite a few chinks in their armor. But Clifford Miranda, he knows it very well. If he's not trying to at least score from here, if he's not trying to score a goal in the next 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to get almost impossible for Chennaiyin FC to try and fight back. So in order to keep themselves in the game, in order to keep East Bengal on their toes, Chennaiyin FC will have to try and push as harder as possible. They'll need all hands on deck, goes without saying. Lalrindiana Namte, we talked about him just a few days ago. He was a part of the Indian under-23 squad, and he did play a significant bit of role against Indonesia in the first friendly. Also was a part of the qualifiers as well. And I think the kind of work rate that he's capable of taking, the kind of creativity that he brings to the game, it did find a decent bit of exposure under Naushad Musa, the India under-23 coach for now. Oh, this was a lovely bit of movement there. Irfan was pressing high, and Bashim Rashid almost gave the ball away. Lucky for him that there was someone to back it up and eventually steer the ball out of harm's way. Sibiye, he will be a happy man. You know, when you get your first goal in the East Bengal colours, I think it opens up a new portal of hope altogether. It opens up an entire world of opportunities for you, and the fans start loving you. They'll keep you on their shoulders and they'll take you across the city for a joyride. The kind of love that these players get in the city of joy, that's absolutely crazy. But yes, it goes without saying, a city that loves its football so much is also a city that will be having loftier expectations from their players. Because at the end of the day, football isn't just a game in Kolkata. Football is emotion, and that's wonderfully won back. And now accelerating all the way from the right, Chennaiyin FC. But again, a bit of a heavy first touch, and Anwar Ali was quick to close down the alley on that occasion. Namte trying to win it back, gets a bit of a touch and eventually finds Mandar Rao Desai on the left. Farooq Chaudhary sets it up for Mandar. Mandar will have to be careful. He cannot let that ball go at one touch. And then against two defenders, he was up. And this will be a bit of a problem because the player got entangled with the referee on that occasion. So we'll be starting with a drop ball. And that is kind of unfortunate. Nothing less. We'll take a look there. Mandar Rao Desai, he won it incredibly. And unfortunately, Namte, he was trying to find that opening. If he would have been at the receiving end of the ball, you never know. This could actually have been a move where he could have lined up for one of those long ranges. Again, it's all about possibility. It's all about movements, what could have been, what if, and what not. But for now, I think they'll have to make do with what's going to come their way. So a drop kick possibly. One which might allow them to take a shot on goal. But eventually they decide not to do so. They decide to push it backward. Pritam Kotal was pretty decent, pretty resilient at the start. But then once that opening goal was scored, it felt like the entire Chennaiyin FC defense has disintegrated in a matter of moments. And within 10 minutes, they conceded 3 goals. And from there, if they are to turn things around, they'll need a lot more than just execution. They'll need heart. They'll need all players coming together. And that's a foul on Bipin Singh. He was dragged back and eventually he took a tumble, leading to this free kick on this occasion. We'll take a look once again. A quick bit of turn on that occasion by Raj Basfor. I think Raj Basfor, he'll have a lot of learning to do. Was one of the main culprits for the first goal. Did let Kevin Sibiye walk scot-free. And the price was exorbitant to pay. Free kick for East Bengal. Floats it forward. A chance. Eludes everyone. That's kind of surprising. Kevin Sibiye wins it back. Sibiye floats it from the right at the far side. Jay Gupta stretching himself for the header. Misses out. Bipin Singh recycles it back. An opportunity. But Jay Gupta runs into a cul-de-sac. And nicely done at the end of the day by the defender. Does well to quickly close it down. Doesn't really allow any opportunity. Laldin Puya, he's had a busy day in office. I think just moments ago, East Bengal almost came close to scoring on that occasion. Another goal kick for Chennaiyin FC. They did start the second half pretty well. I mean, there was a bit of momentum that was going their way. A few moments ago, they almost did carve a decent enough chance. But again, not troubling enough for East Bengal. Referee blowing the whistle. Another free kick awarded to East Bengal. Another yellow card comes out flashing, this time for Irfan. He's not at all had a great day in office. It was a foul on Saul Crespo, and I think Saul Crespo, the switch from the defensive medio role to an attacking midfielder is what has actually opened up things so far for Saul Crespo. That's really interesting. We'll take a look once again. Yeah, that clearly was a foul, Irfan. He was trying to win the ball, but he had to go through the gates of Saul Crespo. And he took down Saul along the way. Sabir switches it to Norem Mahesh Singh. Mahesh, he has been an absolute magician today. This time won back nicely by Chennaiyin FC. They've got a bit of space. They had to release the ball early. They took so long on that occasion. Namte, that first attempt that he had, there was a lot of options for him. He had a couple of players on the right, he had a player on the left, and he had some space as well. But he decided to drag it along him, thereby allowing East Bengal that extra bit of seconds to get back in position and thereby making life a lot more difficult for himself. This is these small things, it makes a lot of difference. At times you have to just go forward with whatever you have. It doesn't need to be a picture perfect pass, but all it needs to be is on the right course for the necessary action that you crave for. But again, he's a very young player, just 22 years old, so will learn a lot. But in 22 years only, he's been doing ripples. That's a fine bit of ball. Rakib delivers it from the right. Hamid Haddad using that height of his to get a bit of a head to it. Now the ball pushed forward, but no one from Chennaiyin FC to get hold of it at all. Jay Gupta. He'll take as much time as he wants. That's a lovely ball forward. Bipin Singh accelerating. Drags the ball back in. Nicely controlled by Mahesh. Tries to line a shot up. Takes one from distance. Straight into the hands of Mohammad Nawaz. He won't be beaten by a shot like that. Also, the fact that he had to go a little deeper is what took the power off the ball, or else it could have been a better chance. It could have been a much more of a threatening opportunity, but it wasn't the case. 57 minutes on the ticker, and I think East Bengal will be absolutely tickled by what they are witnessing right now. 3-0. Just the kind of scoreline that they would have wanted, just the kind of momentum that they would have wanted. A massive shift, a paradigm shift, one can say, in their overall gameplay from the last fixture. Now Norem Mahesh Singh, he does well to play it back to Basham Rashid, in fact. Oscar Bruzo, after that last game, he said that he's treating this game as a must-win fixture. He was happy about how the team played against Dempo. It's just that a few defensive lapses cost them the full 3 points. And at the other end, Miranda said that he was happy as well with how his team was up against a team like Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They just had 12 days of training, and it was not going to be easy for them to match up the power, the stature of the ISL champions. But nonetheless, East Bengal might be sniffing out another chance. Saul Crespo on the right. He's scanning the perimeter for options, delivers it nicely, but could have been slightly higher. That was pretty flat, nicely repelled away as well by Chennaiyin FC. But now East Bengal once again in firm control of the second half as well. Looks like all the initial sting, all the initial zeal that Chennaiyin FC had, it has kind of blown away. And East Bengal once again coming forth in numbers. But that's a lovely ball. Bipin Singh delivers the cross. And it flashes in front of the goal. Hamid Haddad. Was that a moment of brain fade that he didn't get a head to it, or was the ball going away from him? We'll have to take a look though. It looked like it was a lovely setup, a delectable one, and that should have been glanced into the net. We'll take another look. But for now, as things stand, it's still 3-0 for East Bengal and a throw-in for Chennaiyin FC. Vignesh, he's also had a pretty busy day. The entire Chennaiyin defense had to defend with their tails up. And the fact that they wanted to use Preetham Kotal in the center, it has kind of borne mixed bag results. There have been times where Pritham's presence has been of crucial importance, and then there have been times where Pritham's absence in that particular left wing or in that particular right wing has allowed East Bengal to kind of come in with a free-flowing brand of attacking football. And as you can see, we were talking about the dangerous Japanese striker, the 6 feet 5-inch giant Hiroshi Ibusuki. He's warming up along the sidelines. Clifford Miranda, he's got a frown on his face because his team right now, they are behind by 3-0, and it's not an easy margin to try and cut down on. I think right now they should be focused about that next goal. If they can get a goal here, from there on they can build. From there on they can try and accelerate. From there on they can try and eventually venture into uncharted forays. But they can. But unless they get that first goal, I think the momentum will be at an all-time low, and that's what they don't want. This might be a bit of opening out there. Farooq Chaudhary will have to speak fast. Anwar Ali has dropped back. In fact, it was Mohammad Rakib actually, and Rakib does well to deny Farooq Chaudhary a free bit of leeway altogether. Mandar Rao Desai will possibly urge Farooq to go in. And that's wonderfully done. Mohammad Rakib, he is a man who's persistent enough. He doesn't like taking chances. No nonsense defending, a sliding tackle, and gets the ball out of the field of play for a throw in. Mandar Rao Desai is waiting for options, waiting for help to arrive. Bashim Rashid does well, and eventually that has been taken care of, but headed back into play. East Bengal now hoping to launch another counter attack of theirs. Saul Crespo, but he'll try and check things back. He won't be intrigued in putting forth a full-blown firing squad in play. For now, when you're 3-0 up, you can take your time, you can set the tempo as per your volition, unless the opposition team is all over you. And to be honest, Chennaiyin FC, they are really not in the game. They are more like chasing shadows. They are more like reactive and adaptive approaches what they are taking forward. That proactiveness is missing. That's a lovely bit of back flick, but once again, clear away just in the nick of time to avert any possible danger. And there you go. Hiroshi Ibusuki. He will be a man hungry for goal. Because once you get that opening goal, you start looking at things in a different way. And unless you get that opening goal, you are desperate. Every single thing that comes your way, you try and convert it. And you try and take ways which are pretty difficult to convert. Now then Mahesh Singh from the right, looking for options. That's fine, Bashim Rashid. Bashim trying to lay it off for Miguel Ferreira, but Miguel doesn't get hold of it. Miguel has been pretty reticent today. But then Bipin Singh, he lit up. A twin change coming up for Chennaiyin FC. Laldin Liana is going to come in. And same with Maheshan. A tough day for Raj Basfor. And he goes out. And Laldin Liana makes his way into the center. And at the other end, Namte, he went out as well. Not the most promising day for him either.
Substitution for Chennaiyin FC. Jersey number 57, Raj Basfore is replaced by.
That's a confirmation. Raj Basfor goes out. Tin Liana comes in. Well have his task cut out because this East Bengal right now is looking pretty solid and pretty formidable. And the other change, Namte goes out and Mahesan comes in. Well, these couple of changes bring about a change in the fortunes of Chennaiyin FC. Only time shall reveal that. For now, however, East Bengal controls this fixture. And as we all know that this has been a tournament where we have seen the heavyweights in play. Teams like Dempo Sports Club, teams like Chennaiyin FC. they have kind of shown that they are ready to fight with an all-Indian side. And when you add a bit of foreign power to it, this team will go for an entire revamp. That's a good ball forward and a gentle chip as well. Very rightly found its destination too for Miguel Ferreira. Unfortunately, the flag was up, so that effort that he had will be rescinded. We'll take a look. Yeah, he just got ahead of that final line of defense. Possibly a split second early. If you'd have started that run a split second late, you never know. He could have actually got the ball. And that run would have timed to perfection. Sadly, it wasn't the case. Nicely won back by Hamid Adad, but then decently done by Vignesh as well. Vignesh ensures the fact that he played the perfect exchange with Pritam Kotal. And once again, keeping control of his composure on that occasion, does well. Now Chennaiyin FC still looking for a bit of momentum, does find a bit of space. And now Mandar Rao Desai might be up for trying to launch across. It's been a while since Chennaiyin FC has actually ventured into the East Bengal box. That's quality. A good pass as well. Mahesan plays it to Laldan Puya. He's looking for options. Jitendra plays it all the way back to Vignesh. Pritam. Vignesh again. Got space ahead of him. Delivers it forward. Takes a deflection. And eventually slots nicely at the feet of Kevin Sibiye. 1 versus 2. Brought down, referee says play on. Miguel Ferreira. Oh, does well. Now Mahesh Singh from the right. He's got Pritam ahead. Won't be an easy move. And as expected, Pritam does exceptionally well to leave Naurem Mahesh Singh out in the dirt. And Chennaiyin FC now can move forward. Kingsley Fernandez did come on as a substitute, as a forced substitute, because Jiteshwar had to be taken off. That's a poor giveaway, to be honest. And it should have been set up for Mandar Rao Desai on the left. A shot from range. And the first test of the second half for Prabsukan Singh Gill. More like a boy from the Blues on that occasion there. Chennaiyin FC trying their luck. And that's a lot more of that they'll need. But Prabsukan Singh Gill does well to eventually diffuse what could have been a decent chance for the Maria Machans. For the Marina Machans, apologies. And now Mahesh Singh just trying to explain a few things to the assistant referee on that occasion. Just losing a bit of temper. But then again, Pritam Kotal just a few moments ago, the way he stalled them in his tracks. And we can see Chennaiyin FC as well getting ready for a few changes. Because again, 2 of them were just made as Mahesan came in and Laldin Liana as well. He'll have to keep his temper under control because you need to understand one thing. That is, what follows suit from here is the derby. And that match is important. Because if East Bengal wins here, they'll have 4 points. And if Mohun Bagan Super Giants win the next game, they'll have 6 points. So East Bengal will have to win that derby to qualify for the semi-finals. And if Mohun Bagan fails to win in the next game, they might be on the same plane, or if worse, you never know. If Mohun Bagan goes on to drop points, things can be entirely different. So yes, this group is well up and alive, and currently with the scoreline that is in, if this goes on, Chennaiyin FC will have to bid adieu to AIFF Super Cup 2025-26. Farooq Chaudhary trying to force a quick exchange. Mandar Rao Desai from the left gets a bit of option with Mahesan. Mahesan goes for that far post, but had way too much curl on the ball, and it goes out. I think Mandar Rao Desai, he hasn't really switched up a couple of notches at times. The days that he is at his very best, he kind of becomes unstoppable. But again, today he's playing in more of a dual role, to be honest, at times dropping back to help his defense, at times going up. Not really sure which is that one particular role that he will be assigned. That's a good forward trip. Hamid Adad. Nawaz comes a long way out. And decent clearance on that. An acrobatic volley from The big man, Vignesh, bails out Chennaiyin FC for a while. But danger still lingers on. Possession stays alive. Miguel. Mahesh puts it to Bashim Rashid. Where's Rashid gonna go? Switches it to his left. He's got Sabiya, is it? Anwar, in fact. Anwar hammers home another long ranger, but blocked. And one back as well. And now Chennai might have a bit of space. Decent bit of move there from Farooq Chaudhary. Farooq has got options in Mandar now Desai on the left. Too much space out in the center. A gentle chip. Does well to try and stall Farooq. Referee says play on. Farooq once again back on his feet. Trying to cut in, and once again the referee coming along the way. Should be doing better than that. He needs to move out of the ball's trajectory to try and create that space. A one back by Farooq Chaudhary, but again that first touch was way too hefty. Falls straight in for Bashim Rashid. I think Rashid has done well. He's deployed today more of as a defensive midfielder. He's allowed Saul Crespo to go up. And that exchange between Bashim Rashid and Saul Crespo has been doing wonders so far for East Bengal. Saul Crespo has looked a lot better going up, despite the fact that he's not got hold of the ball, but he's laying things off nicely. And a bit of an injury concern on that occasion, thereby leading to the referee to blow the whistle. Looks like there will be a bit of medical treatment coming in. I think it's a big man, Irfan, who's down. And Irfan, I think there were a lot of expectations pinned onto his shoulder. And a bit of a drinks break as well. Well, looking at the possible options that Chennaiyin FC has got on the bench, they've got the likes of Raman Singh, Karthik Tirumalai as well. They made 3 changes, 2 in the second half, 1 in the first. Kingsley Fernandez came in. Another 2 changes coming in. Gurkirat Singh and Klusner John Manuel Pereira. Looks like Irfan won't be taking any further role in this game. He's injured.
Substitution for Chennaiyin FC. Jersey number 20.
And that's the confirmation.
Dakshinamurthy is replaced by jersey number
Gurkirat Singh, he'll be taking the mantle of attack altogether up front.
Second substitution. Jersey number 90. Irfan
And Klusner John Manuel Pereira.
by jersey number 77.
He'll have to also play a significant bit of role in the defense. Will be tough.
Substitution for East Bengal FC.
Bit of a pushback, and Pritam Kotal once again to the rescue.
Is replaced by
Farooq
jersey
Chaudhary.
number 5,
A quick switch as well. East Bengal has also made a change too. Mohammad Rakib has been taken off. In all likelihood, yes, it is Mohammad Rakib who's been taken off. Lal Chumnunga has been the one who's been brought in. So that's interesting. Now with these changes coming in, we will have a bit of fresh feet into action. That's a confirmation. Klusner coming in place of Vignesh. And it won't be an easy bit of work because he'll have to try and stall Mahesh on that left flank. The left flank, to be honest. That's a lovely ball. And again, the first touch proving to be a bit of a letdown on that occasion. And Farooq Chaudhary, he's down in agony. Wincing in pain. And that's a confirmation. Chumnunga, he's come out in the center in place of Mohammad Rakib. So East Bengal with a couple of defensive maneuvers and with one defensive maneuver, apologies. And Chennaiyin FC making all 5 of their changes. So now they've got in the center Klusner in place of Vignesh. We'll take a look at the goals, however, before we talk about them. That was the first one. Mahesh Singh with that out curler straight into the head of Kevin Sibiye. A lovely leap going away from his marker. And then again, Mahesh Singh with that incredible delivery. Bipin Singh, like a predator, waiting right in the face of the goal. And a gentle tap home. And then that brilliant setup once again from Mahesh Singh. And a bit of a boot from Hamid Adad. And Bipin Singh with a powerful strike as the ball smashed the net. Glorious, absolutely glorious from East Bengal. And just before we move into the final quarter of this fixture, I think Clifford Miranda will have to possibly tell his boys that right now don't focus on the fact that you have to equalize all 3 goals from here on. Try and focus on 1 goal at a time. See how far you can go, because at times it's not about victory. This is a very young team, and this is an all-Indian team up against a formidable force like the Torchbearers. So obviously there is a lot of difference. There is a massive chasm in terms of quality. But again, at the end of the day, if they can find a goal here, or if they can find a couple of goals here without conceding another one, I think it'll do a lot of good for their overall mental setups. And at the other end, if you take a look at East Bengal, I think what they'll be hoping for looks like they're getting ready for another change. Jeekson Singh, he's the man who's all set to come on as well. And I think this is the sign, given the fact that they're still leading by 3-0, and even going by the game time that they have, the remaining minutes that they have, and the quality that they have on the pitch. I think Oscar Bruzo will like to bring on a few changes. Pritam Kotal having a quick chat with Kluzna, possibly explaining him the dynamics and what East Bengal can come up with and what are the necessary requirements. 2 changes lined up by East Bengal, and Jeekson Singh and Hiroshi Ibusuki. 2 of these players will be making their way to the center. Does this bring about a change in their overall approach? What the ones will be taken off? And I think Farooq Chaudhary, he's been asked, take a couple of steps back outside as the rules suggest, and then you go in. And we have restarted action. 77 minutes on the ticker. And as things stand, it's still 3-0 in favor of East Bengal Football Club. And now East Bengal once again, Hamid sets it up for Bipin on the left. Bipin already has a brace, will be looking for that hat-trick. Does deliver a ball, but has been taken care of. Mandar on the side, on the far left. Gets his pass, Bashim Rashid. Not the best of balls, could have been better. A good bit of twist and turn, back to Hamid again. Mandar, apologies. Mandar finds Kluzna alongside him. Switching it all the way towards the right. And now we'll have the 2 changes that we have been talking about. East Bengal will be getting in Jeekson Singh. Anwar Ali will be going out. And that's kind of interesting, to be honest. Jeekson Singh, he can play as a defensive mid as well. Hamid Adad will also be going out. And in his place will be coming in Hiroshi Ibusuki. The wait for his goals continue. But Anwar Ali, he'll be pretty happy with the kind of performance that he's dished out today. He was a rock at the back, and now Jeekson Singh will be coming in his position. And Hamid Adad, definitely the man who got a boot in case of that 3rd goal that was powered home by Jeekson. Hiroshi steps out in the center. 11 minutes of regulation time to go, and then whatsoever gets added on. A decent ball onto the right. Now then Mahesh Singh. He's almost, I think he's knitted together 3 assists, a hat-trick of assists today. Another ball at the far post, and a bit of a tender palm on that first occasion from Mohammad Muaz. And then he eventually does well to collect it. "79 minutes altogether, and we are still to find a bit of momentum going in for Chennaiyin FC. Do they have a Messiah coming up with a late bit of drama a late bit of thrill. Hiroshi, on the contrary, can he be the one to finally get his goal that will bloom a smile across the faces of East Bengal's fans? Chennaiyin FC. That's a good bit of tussle. One back by Miguel Ferreira. Miguel Ferreira has been playing an exotic brand of football ever since he's come on. He's arrived from Basundhara Kings and he's really shown a lot of talent when it comes to set pieces, when it comes to taking those long rangers, and at times scoring screamers from practically impossible angles, like the one he scored against Dempo, leaving their goalkeeper absolutely stunned and stumped. Another good switch towards the right. Nicely won. And, Mahesh trying to deliver the cross. Not successful. Stays with Mahesh again. Mahesh releases it for Chungnunga. Another ball at the far post. No one to try and capitalize that one. It goes out for a throw in. And looks like another change has been made. And Bipin Singh, in fact, two changes. Bipin Singh will be going out and Mahesh Singh will also be going out. So now East Bengal as well bringing in their possible options. PV Vishnu will be coming in place of Mahesh Singh Nauren to try and switch it from the left. And it's going to be Edmund Lalvindika, another youngster who's been highly rated, had a couple of brilliant seasons for Interkashi. Interkashi is also a part of this song. So it comes to that, you never know. He might be up against Interkashi, but Interkashi, they'll have to go a long way. They've also fielded an All-Indian side. They draw the first game. And now Edmund Lalvindika might have a chance to score a goal. PV Vishnu as well coming in place of Mahesh. PV Vishnu has been pretty instrumental. He's been a part of the East Bengal side now for the last couple of years. And he's looking mature. He's looking decent. And I think this is where he gets a bit of game time. Oscar Bruzo will want that. And will also want that any of the players that he's brought on now, Hiroshi especially, if he can find a goal. But even if the likes of Edmund or Vishnu, they can find a goal as well, it'll be a massive plus for them. Plays it all the way towards the left. Eludes everyone. Falls back for Sibiye. Finds Chumnunga. Miguel now dropping slightly deeper. Delivers another ball forward. That's a lovely bit of chance. Trying to line one up, but doesn't get hold of the ball. Hiroshi denied a shooting lane there. Did his best to try and reach the ball, but was a bit too slow on that occasion. And Chennaiyin FC quickly bringing the gates down, ensuring the fact that they'll have no space. They'll allow no space to Hiroshi so easily. Japanese connection. It does run deep in the Kolkata club. That's another fine ball from the left. If you remember the likes of Ryuji Sioka, Katsumi Usa, these two names have left a significant bit of mark in Indian football as well. And now a bit of a running charge for Chennaiyin FC, and there was definitely a bit of a clip altogether on Kingsley Fernandez, and it has not evaded the eyes of the referee. He's blown the whistle, awarding a free kick for Chennaiyin FC. Another ball forward, and it will get out of bounds. Throw in for East Bengal, quickly taken. Edmund to Basham. Chumnunga. In fact, that was Jackson, and now it's Chumnunga. Basham again. A gentle push forward. Miguel taking his time. He's a lot more effective when he's playing slightly deeper. If you give him that advanced role, he kind of tries to find out what are the right avenues for him. But when he's coming down deeper, he's a lot more active. He's kind of well aware of what his responsibilities are at this time. Ball staying with East Bengal. Back to Miguel. Particularly in that central role. Hiroshi takes one on the turn, rattles the woodwork, and the rebound somehow not poked in. A better chance wouldn't have arrived for East Bengal. It was tougher to miss than to score. And I think he got a bit too excited with the entire goalkeeping. Should have been better. But Hiroshi Ibusuki, he's just dropped a warning call to all the other clubs. What a fine strike that could have been had that gone in. A lovely turn in a flash and smashed the woodwork from significant distance. The rebound falling straight at the feet. And what should have been smashed home. We'll take a look there. A fine bit of outside movement. Mohammad Nawaz was beaten. There. What a sensational movement. Nawaz did get a hand to it. I think it was Edmund who failed to poke it home. Kind of was a bit too overexcited on that occasion. Edmund now on the ball. Plays it to Miguel. Hiroshi blocked along the way. And this is where Hiroshi can be deadly. The kind of shooting flair that he possesses. That's absolutely crazy. And now from the right. But that's quality defending from Chungnunga. He's pretty strong. In fact, it was Jay Gupta. Apologies. Chungnunga is playing from the right. So Jay Gupta still remains on the left. And I think Jay Gupta, he's settling down well enough for East Bengal. And all the way to Prabsukhan Singhal. Now it's just a matter of counting out the remaining minutes. That's all. 86.5 minutes already. Just play out whatsoever remains. That should do the trick. Slowly and steadily, East Bengal keeps on tiptoeing towards the goal. Miguel with another forward chip. One back by Chennai. And only momentarily. A good bit of track back on that occasion. For Edmund. Edmund, he is another crazy workhorse altogether. Kind of work rate that he can take, the kind of overlaps that he can go on from the right. The shooting range that he has, it's mighty impressive. He'll need a bit of experience and a bit of maturity as well. Oh, that's a fine ball. But Mohammad Nawaz, he was quick to get out. Had the ball been slightly more centered towards the left, I think it would have been a better opportunity. It would have gone away from Nawaz as well, and then Jay Gupta was storming in. Chungnunga won't be happy with the outcome, but I think that ball had a lot of quality. He just wanted to set it right. All the three goals coming in a span of 10 minutes in the first half. The madness started in the 35th minute where Sevilla headed home from a sensational corner of Naurim Mahesh Singh. And then Bipin Singh poking home from point blank range. Once again, Mahesh Singh, the creator. And eventually it was Mahesh's delivery that got laid into the stride of Bipin Singh for a second time. And he made no mistake in powering home an absolute fireball that, despite taking a hand from Nawaz, went into the back of the net. Final minute of regulation time following this. We'll have whatsoever gets added on. East Bengal still looking for that fourth goal. That'll be quite a finish. That'll be quite a statement. Chungnunga has come a long way up. Switches it to Jay Gupta on the left, and Jay, I think he came that bit forward. Thereby, by the time he could eventually realize what the trajectory of the ball was, he had to take a bit of an awkward curl on that occasion. And Chennaiyin FC, I think for them, it's a lot tougher. Looks like Chennai FC, they are currently playing with 10 players. One of the players are out, so he's receiving treatment. They've already made their 5 substitutions. They've already brought on the likes of Klusner, they have brought on the likes of Lalden Liana, Maheson, Kingsley Fernandez, and Gurkirat Singh. 4 minutes of additional time. So Chennai right now is playing with 10 men, which will allow East Bengal to might just sniff out an opening. You never know. Even if it's just 4 minutes, with this East Bengal side, they know how to sniff out an opportunity and eventually give it the much required destination, the feel of the net. Another lovely forward ball. Hiroshi trying to leap up to that. At this time, though, before Chungunga could control that ball, had already crossed the byline. And the assistant referee quick to raise the flag. I think now Chennai FC will just be hoping that they get out of this game without conceding any more goals. I think the second half they'll deem it slightly better than they played the first half, at least defensively. The first half they started off well. It was not that they started off on a bad note. And until the 30th minute, both the teams were fairly square. But again, truth be told, I think both the teams were ordinary enough. Then from the 35th minute, I mean, despite the fact that East Bengal was controlling the tempo, I think East Bengal activated those thrusters, those jets from the 35th minute. Once they found the first goal, they were an entirely different side with a lot more intent, with a lot more objective to try and score, with a lot more purpose. On the contrary, Chennai FC couldn't match that at all. They started running on fumes ever since they conceded that first goal, and there was hardly any improvement. Looks like Edmund wants a bit of the cherry. Edmund sets it up. A fine chance it could have been. One back at the far left. Another cross. Edmund awaits that. Eludes him. Chumunda with the ball, a chance, and somehow Chennai FC gets it out of harm's way. We take a look again. Edmund with a bit of an outside surge there. Takes a tumble and then won it back. Laid it off perfectly for the player on the left. It was PV. Vishnu should have done better. I think PV lost his Vishnu lost his shape and thereby couldn't make the most of it. Prespo, Edmund, Hiroshi, and he takes a tumble. Referee says get back up. Let's keep it rolling. And finally, after a lot of consideration, he's decided to point to the spot. This was a call that took a lot of time, and it's going to be a penalty for East Bengal. Edmund went down. Initially, it felt like that this might be a bit of a delayed call. We'll take a look again. Yeah, I think he went straight into Mandar Rao the side. Yes. Again, not really sure if Mandar did clip him or not, or whether he missed out where Mandar was standing, but there is no VAR so far. So once the call has been made, it has been made. And East Bengal now stands a chance of converting this and making it 4-0, which will be a massive blessing for that goal difference of theirs. Hiroshi Ibusuki. And Hiroshi finds his first goal in East Bengal colours. He'll remember this moment forever. This is a very special moment. Stepping up as cool as a cucumber. Took a couple of steps along the way. And then veering off Nawaz in a completely different direction. He slams home towards the bottom right corner. No hesitations, no second thoughts. Pure precision and brilliant placement. Hiroshi Ibusuki gets his name on East Bengal's scoring history. And what a moment for this Japanese attacker. And what a moment for the East Bengal fans as well. They keep their hopes alive of making it to the semi-finals. A 4-0 victory against Chennaiyin FC. It wasn't easy. It needed some doing. It needed momentum. It needed a lot of belief and convincing. But eventually, the game that East Bengal played today, it will make them happy. And finally, after missing out on the full 3 points in the first game, they have logged 3 points here. A phenomenal performance from the torchbearers will keep them breathing on the neck of their arch rivals, Mohun Super Giants. And Clifford Miranda out in the center to shake hands with everyone. He is a man who understands the sport better than anyone. He's been a heartthrob for Indian football for a while. Kevin Sibiye, he'll be happy. Hiroshi Ibusuki, he'll be happy. Two foreigners getting their first goals for East Bengal. And then Bipin Singh with a brace. The final scoreline, East Bengal 4, Chennaiyin FC 0. Kevin Sibiye opened the scoring, and then a brace from Bipin Singh set up the tone. And finally, from the spot, Hiroshi Ibusuki made no mistake as he found his first goal for East Bengal. That's a befitting end to the game. East Bengal dictated, dominated, and ruled the roost with an iron fist. And the result going very rightly in their favour. Full-time scoreline, East Bengal 4, Chennaiyin FC 0. Kevin Sibiye, Bipin Singh and Hiroshi Ibusuki found the back of the net for the torchbearers. With this, we tell you adieu. We'll see you once again tomorrow in another fixture. For now, do catch the highlights on your way out. And just to give you all a reminder, Mohun Super Giants will be locking horns with Dempo Sports Club, a game that will be coming to you live on Jio Hotstar, so do not forget to catch that as well. Thank you everyone for joining in.